Nico, can I just lay down a plate here?
Yes. You're on the east side of the platform right now. I'll just mark it as a...
Oh, actually, it's backing down on stuff. Okay.
Nav, we're north of the IP right now.
Yes.
Roughly...
Roughly. Very roughly. 8 meters.
Okay, and you just, Mike, when you drop it, look out for a Nortec below you and...
Oh, there's nothing right under us. Kim, show him over the front of the porch. Yeah, is this okay here?
Yep, you're good.
This is kite, so we. Okay. Okay, turn Argus is heading to 0 turns. Yeah. All right. Do you want to ask? Did you ask the bridge or tell him?
Not yet. You ready to go?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Bridge and nav. We have permission to bring up the vehicles. Thank you. Okay.
Coming up.
It's okay if I run through the gauges?
Yep. Oh, guys, this might take a while.
Well, that was a better last dive than I was expecting. I didn't think we'd have any fun. Thought it was going to be all blue water.
Well, there's a lot of blue water if I can't get this speed up anymore. I don't think I can reach the other plate.
We're going up.
Time is it now?
7:15.
Is that late?
Yeah, well, we didn't get in the water till I think 5.
Oh, we're going to be handing this over.
Oh my gosh.
So no chance to reach the other plate?
I got my hands full now. Kim's doing the gauges. When I get my hands off the winch, I'm going to have a go for it.
Okay, just don't drop it over the site, so move us off site a bit.
We should be well clear of
You
that.
see where we are now, Ian? We're gone well away from stuff.
No, I can't see that from my bedroom.
You can take my word for it. We're gone. We're well away. Nowhere near it. There's nothing better to watch on TV, or you just like lying in bed talking to us?
Yeah, like I just like
The-
I just like lying in bed like Brian Wilson did. Nav, as we get up, could you let the bridge know that we will be, moving 10 kilometers? So,
Yep.
whatever, after we get everything all recovered and secured on deck, they're going to need an engine.
Yep, will do.
Camera, you ready here?
Getting close. I can postpone this if you need to do something.
Yeah. Need you to do Argus. We are recovering. Can you take this winch?
What kind of rate are we managing?
I'm doing 11, 12 meters per minute right now. Just watch the delta, maintain that rate. I'm gonna go for this other plate. I don't think you can do it though.
Can't see anything.
I might get it.
Tight. Oh.
So close.
Missed it by that much.
What a knot, man.
That tells me I can get it.
Yeah.
All right, that should make the ascent a little bit faster.
A little more tolerable.
What rate do you think you'll be able to get?
Stand by. $13 meters per minute right now, still rising, climbing. 14, looks like it might top out at 15, 16, not bad all things considered. And thankfully it's fairly shallow here.
Oh.
A lot of stuff here, a lot of life.
$54 minutes to the surface, it says. 16 meters per minute now. I would like to stay in this chair and recover.
What?
40 minutes until 8. Gonna miss breakfast. I was saying I'd rather stay here and recover instead of switch and go out on the deck.
Yeah. You think that's the speed we're gonna get? I'll just give them a heads up.
Yep.
Okay.
16 meters per minute.
Bridge and a half. We're a little less than an hour from the surface. Thanks. Somebody left this really nice pen up here. I think I'm gonna keep it.
What's the other dive scheduled for, Nico?
Sorry, when is the other dive scheduled
Yeah.
for? As soon as we can get there. So
Now.
it's probably going to be around 11:15.
So we'll get one. Well, how long is that expected to be?
Have to recover at 3. Or be on. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We're not
because
going to get to do anything.
we got to transit back to iOS to make it there for 7 a.m.
Nico, do you happen to have a point for that next dive handy?
A point?
Like where we're going?
Yes, one moment. I've even got a sticky note here.
No way. That's my kind of guy. I'll come get it.
I don't have it quite yet. Do you want the ridiculous amount of decimal places?
Oh, I thought it was way earlier. I kind of forgot about all the maintenance and stuff.
Strange morning. So it looks like we're kind of pegged between wind and current.
Yeah.
Screwed in either direction. I don't even know what to do about that.
Wind is 10 knots, current 1.2.
Supposedly 1.2.
Yeah. It always says that, doesn't it?
Pretty much. No, it said 2 the other day. That was a big change. That's sketchy.
Well, it's kind of believable based on their heading.
He's been making slight adjustments too while we were down.
So yeah. Oh man.
And next time.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was muted.
And next time, Mike.
Sorry.
It's like I just looked over at him. He didn't even look at me and I was about to say something. He said it.
I looked to flick it off mute. No,
Oh, oh, that's me.
Jeez, I think we should dump this box. It'll come up a lot faster.
Did they need all the sediment in it? Is that part of it?
Should have knocked it over.
Oh, Cheryl left us. Not here to tell us about it.
Wisely. It's gone for breakfast. So do you know this like drift move that Rennie does, Aaron?
What, stepping
when the
in?
current is like this, like if we
Yeah.
have trouble at the surface, like get him to slip with it maintaining his heading, but slip off to port.
I've never tried it, but I'm willing.
You know what I mean? Because if the gear is all flailing out that way.
So just maintain and just kind of slide it along. Well, the current's actually this way.
Well, yeah, so
this way.
we'll be going over here if that
Yeah.
current vector is correct, right?
Yeah.
So then you can get the ship to go like this, and that does it, right? That lines everything back up.
Oh,
again.
yeah, okay. You feeling feisty this morning, are you?
Well, no, just if we need to. I don't think we'll. I think if we have trouble, like maybe after we stop, and if I can't hold the vehicle there,
Yeah.
you ask him to go again, just work out a bearing for him to track at, like if it's like 165 or something, I don't know.
Okay.
155.
Okay.
As a, just have it ready as a precaution. The 1.2 knots, I don't think is, get the sub up there and see what it's like first.
Are you doing anything now against the current, or is it just drifting?
No, I'm just, doesn't seem to be any kind of real current on it right now. I'm just going over this way and I'll go back and forth because you get a little bit more speed out of Herc like that. I'll turn the auto heading off, Argus.
Is the blue box your thrusters in the left corner of your Herc screen?
Where are you looking?
In your screen there.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Yep. The verticals, lateral, and horizontals. Go RPM, pounds of thrust, percentage. Maybe we'll hand over and go get breakfast and then go out on the deck or something.
We have time. I am hungry this morning. I feel like I've been up forever.
Oh, starving.
Should have had some of that granola. It's really good.
But then, but then what was I going to have it with?
A little bit of milk, some yogurt, Greek yogurt perhaps.
So guys, this is my, I guess, last dive on Nautilus.
Oh, are you going to be okay? You
Yes.
need a hug?
Maybe after.
No
But-
hugging.
But you know, during the descent, we had, you talk about, you are from Pennsylvania, and Ian mentioned something also that he has some connections with Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
So I will share with you a funny story that I guess if you're not from Saskatchewan, you might not be familiar. So the third biggest city in Saskatchewan is Prince Albert, and everyone calls it PA. So my friend called a company in Texas, and he ordered a piece, something that he needed for his farm. And so he was talking to that rep in Texas, and he was like saying, oh, you know, send to PA, send to PA, send to PA, things like that. And so the guy gave him quote, and it was like very cheap. He got so excited, and when it came to like final, like he had to give him like the final address. Then they realized that the guy in Texas was thinking about Pennsylvania, and my friend was talking about Prince Albert in Saskatchewan. So that's kind of, every time I hear the word Pennsylvania, I just, this comes to my mind. So that was like really funny. But the thing is that most people outside of Saskatchewan actually would not get it. So
Oh, if someone in the U.S. would never even consider that it could possibly be related to Canada.
Yeah.
It would be like the furthest thing from their mind.
So this happened to a friend of mine. He was he sent something like an address or something and used CA, and the guy that was it was, I think he was trying to register for a conference or something like this, and the guy thought that this was from California. So it happens.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, good old Pennsylvania.
Kim, one thing that hasn't come up, I don't think, in the times we've launched with Argus, your 0 turns is there. I don't know if you've been getting it or if it's just been not off. It's usually okay because it's just with the ship.
You know what I'm looking for.
I think you might go faster this way. Yep.
Damien, were you out in prior years on this cruise?
I'm sorry, can you say again?
Were you out on prior expeditions with Nautilus for ONC, or is this your first?
Oh, this is my first time. So
first and only?
yes. It's actually my first time that I have spent so much time on a ship.
Yeah.
Before it was like up to 1 day.
Kim, looks like we're going to do 20 or 21 meters per minute here for a bit.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh yes, but I am actually a little bit disappointed. I was kind of hoping to meet Captain Nemo. But
Oh.
no Captain Nemo.
No Captain Nemo this year.
No Captain Nemo this year. No, it's really nice. It's actually the first book of Jules Verne that I read was actually 10,000 Leagues. I think it's 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I don't know the English translation. I read this in Polish.
You got it.
That's right. I've never seen such a thing, but yeah, I probably have.
Oh, look at that.
Cool.
Hey, Omid, I keep reading your entries and you keep repeating yourself because it's like jellyfish, jellyfish, jellyfish.
Who's doing those entries? Is that what you're putting in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you say again?
Are you putting in entries for jellyfish?
No, our shore support. I just kind
okay.
of see it's jellyfish, jellyfish. It's like 1 page of jellyfish. So
There's been a lot.
yeah.
I'm gonna go down and call Mark, okay?
Sure thing.
Mike.
Yeah.
It's my last chance to ask you a few questions. So I'm just kind of curious, like based on my kind of short observations over like short period of time, I'm just kind of wondering, like being a ROV pilot, it's not only operating that ROV, but it's also you have to service it, right? Or this is kind of not common for most ROV?
No, that's right. The job is usually like, you know, one part maintenance and one part operations, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And that's typical in the industry, whether it's even in science or in industry. It's that's by far the most typical thing. It's the same people who are they're technicians / pilots.
I often hear the job described as pilot maintainer.
Yeah.
So I talked to a guy that was a pilot around World War II, and at that time actually they had to maybe not service their planes, but they had to be present and kind of like oversee what mechanic was doing.
Right.
And at the time they also had to fold their parachutes. They couldn't have anyone else to fold their parachute. They had to do that on their own. So that was kind of, I think, interesting.
Right. Yeah.
So how many hours per year do you have to fly? Or do
How many hours a year do I pilot?
Yes, like in order to be a ROV pilot, do you have like a limit or like how many minimum amount of hours you have to spend?
No, in industry, there are standards. Like there's a standards group called IMCA that mostly used in oil and gas, and they have not so much that you have to get a certain amount of hours each year, but there's benchmarks for each number of hours. Like, you know, a junior pilot would have like less than 100 hours, and then something beyond that, it would start to graduate. I mean, I log my hours, but less and less as the years go on, because the number just gets bigger, so it matters less.
Okay.
But it's not a really standardized thing, and certainly not in science. Even in industry, my time working in industry, you know, the company used their own proprietary like logs and stuff, but it wasn't. It's not answerable to much of anything.
Okay. I thought maybe you need like those I don't know, air pilots.
No, it's not. It's not structured like that.
Not like
really,
that.
no.
Okay.
Like the IMCA thing I'm referring to is the most like that, but it still is not really the same.
Okay, so as long as you kind of keep piling your hours, you just kind of grow. You get like from junior to senior position.
Yeah, I don't, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think there's any kind of time restrictions on the IMCA guidelines.
And when did you start? I don't know, piloting ROVs.
Probably about 9 years ago, 10 years ago now. So it's a long time now. It's the longest I've ever done anything, that's for sure.
What were you doing before that?
God, lots of stuff. Not enough time.
It's definitely 10 years or longer.
So that is why after what we have witnessed today, we can call you Mike, Mr. Surgical Precision.
I think that's very generous.
Oh, I just want to make sure, guys, you have good memories of me. So when I leave, so. No, but I was really impressed what you guys have done over the last 2 weeks. Like, I would not be able to do that even after long training.
Oh, I think a bit of practice. It's not unlike driving a car, you know.
Yeah.
You just do it a little bit.
That said, I managed to wreck half a dozen cars before it was funny.
And Mike, I hope you don't mind if I use your joke about that farmer from Cowichan Valley and farmer from Texas talking about their tractors when I go to farmers.
Oh, that wasn't mine. Whose joke was that?
I think you mentioned that.
That was you?
That was mine.
That was a great joke, yeah.
Okay, that was a great one. So I hope you don't mind that I will use at the farmer's market in Duncan.
Do that. Yep, I had a tractor like that.
Yeah, we're starting to get ripped over there a bit.
Do you want to try it from the beginning or just wait and see? Start tracking straight?
Good question. What to do? What do you think?
I think if we did it safely, like shallow enough of a angle, like 160, that should be all right.
See what if the vehicle makes any progress in the next 60 meters or so.
Loud and clear, Mark. Oh, you sure can. Stand by. Bridge
He-
nav.
He sounds gravelly this morning.
Can we get air tuggers, please?
And all of a sudden I'm making great headway, so I say no.
Okay.
But
So I'm sorry to interrupt. I got a question from the audience. I don't know, Mike, if you remember Mark from your cruise in
of course I do.
March. Okay, so he has a question. Are you familiar with Kraken ROV team in Newfoundland?
Oh yeah, they're not they don't really do ROVs. They do a lot of towfish sonar stuff, and and they're getting and doing AUV stuff now.
Okay.
Yep, they're a really successful imaging company from Newfoundland, and now they're kind of expanding. They have offices, I think, in Nova Scotia now. I've met one of the you know, the core group people, maybe like one time. Yeah, they're doing really well. They have a lot of they have cool technology, and they're a Canadian company that's getting like a lot of U.S. military contracts and stuff, which are like it's very rare. I read something the other day that they're using their technology to look for mines somewhere over in Europe. I can't remember. But they have all these sonar and lidar rigs that are like quite high resolution. Pretty cool technology.
So
I'd like to see some of it used like in.
Go ahead, Bridge. Okay, is the captain on the bridge? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of that stuff used for like fisheries and science research and stuff. And I know out east they still do a lot of stratified trawling and stuff to see what's on the bottom. Instead of that, you could just like use imaging technology, and then it's a soft or a non-touch approach, right?
Yeah. So Mark also asks about catfish and thunderfish. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I know the flounder fish I haven't heard of, but the catfish is one of their tow sonar things, I think. So I guess they're both Kraken products, I guess. I'm not sure what the flounder fish one is.
Okay, I'm guessing probably the same. Okay, so
Bridge nav. We track a line, please, at 0.3 knots. Bridge nav. Can you confirm tanks are secure and air is enabled to the tuggers, please? Thank you. Is the captain on the bridge?
Arcus is all stop, 50 meters.
Ready, go?
Yeah, roger.
Main deck control van, we're ready.
Just gonna switch over.
Go for it.
Right, nav, hold position, please. Ready to stop the mezzo.
Sure. Thanks. Roger.
Roger.
Hey, Dave, can you kind of show me Herc, please? Port side. Port side. Herc is port side. Can you show me Herc, please?
Sorry.
Can you step the ship over?
How far?
Step the ship over so you can line up Herc with behind the ship.
10 meters or so.
Let's do 5.
Raise nav. 5 meter step to port, please.